Hello, everyone. This is Angel Parker, and I'm coming to you with an episode today for the Mystic Veil podcast. So, what I like to talk about today is to have perseverance and why it's so important when it comes to trying to reach your goals. You have to have this and face adversity every now and then, and know that it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, like I always say. So, I like to first talk about what perseverance means. So, it's basically meaning determined to keep on going in the face of setbacks and challenges. So in our life, once in a while, it's always something like something can go so good, then boom, setback. So you have to willing to try to get around that obstacle rather than being upset about it, because I'm the type of person, I don't dwell on the problem. I try to find a solution, and that actually helps me out. You really gotta focus on solution in order to get over this setback, and go around this obstacle, beat the obstacle that's trying to be thrown at you. That would be trying to tip you. So you gotta be careful with that. So when it comes to your goals, what you shouldn't do is quit when others quit. So just because you see somebody else lack, it doesn't mean you lack. Okay, you have to stay away from people that lack when it comes to motivation and things like that, because that can really linger on you and cause you to be lazy and procrastinate and things like that. Okay, so don't quit because you see others quit. You're not a quitter. Okay. Um, Another thing is don't quit if you're not achieving your goals fast enough. So we like to try to put a time frame or time limit on when we need to reach our goal, and we get upset because it's not done by a certain time we expect. But you cannot expect anything on your time because it's on God's time. God's gonna give it to you when He knows you're ready for it, or when it's time to give it to you. Okay. Another thing is don't quit when nobody believes in you. So we tend to quit because people try to put negativity in our mind and things like that, or saying, "Oh, you will never be able to do this and stuff," or people will try to clown you, belittle you, like your ideas is stupid and stuff like that. And it's like it will make you quit because you feel like nobody believes in you. You feel like you just only believe yourself. But you gotta remember, if nobody believe in you, God will. God will. I tell you that. That's why I don't be caring no more. Like I just do what I need to do, and I don't care who feels away. None of that. I don't care who don't believe in me. There's people that's gonna believe in me. Trust me that. So another thing is don't quit when you doubt yourself. So we tend to doubt ourselves sometimes because we fear success. We feel like some people don't feel like they deserve it either. But we fear success. We, we fear like, because the main thing that we really fear is being a failure. But it's like we also fear being successful, because it's like um you don't know if you're really gonna have that type of life, but you are. Just you gotta be positive. But we could doubt ourselves due to people around us telling us, like I said already, when they don't believe us and stuff and put doubts in our minds, it makes us believe that. Because I once was in that place where I didn't believe myself, but the simple fact, like, people could still tell me how I'm so gifted and stuff like that when it came to my music and all this, like all these compliments I got, and I still didn't care. I still didn't believe in myself, low key. Like I was feared, I was scared, stuff like that. But it's like now today, I really need to like. I realized that I had to fix my insecurities and stuff within myself, because that's what stopped me from like thinking highly of myself, basically. Um, Another thing is, uh, before thinking about quitting, you needed to really ask yourself, how much do I want to succeed in life? you know how hard am I willing to work for my dreams? And the reason why I said this is because you really have to really want this. You have to really, when you set your goals, you have to really want it bad. So you gotta show how much bad you want to, and how you're gonna do this. Like you have to have a plan when it comes to your goals. Okay, you can't just set goals and just go right into it. You can't do that. You can't rush none of that, because you can probably get it fast, but it's gonna crumble because you did it too fast. It wasn't time. Got me on got time, like I said. So we're gonna talk about how not to become overwhelmed by setbacks. And the main thing is, first of all, is take care of yourself. And that's mentally, physically, emotionally. But the main thing we struggle with the most is our emotional stability. So the reason why I say this is because we go through a lot in life, mind you, mentally stuff, but emotionally it's heavy, because like that's like the worst thing, mentally, emotionally, out of the physical. because you can look nice and stuff and work on that, but you gotta like feed yourself with like foods that's healthy and stuff like that. But it don't always have to be healthy, as long as you're not eating too crazy or not healthy enough. But whatever is actually nourishing to your body and healthy. That's all I'm gonna say. But the reason why I feel like emotionally we struggle the most is because a lot of people are like already emotionally unavailable in this world, or they tend to ignore their emotions or act nonchalant as if they don't have emotions. But emotions are there, because if emotions wasn't there, emotions wouldn't even be a word. Let's talk about that, okay? I'm just gonna note it down, because some of y'all be saying some crazy stuff when you try to play like y'all nonchalant. Um, so by doing this is that you need to feel your emotions. You really gotta feel your emotions, like how you're feeling at that very moment, all this type of things. Don't try to suppress them, because suppress them can just make you depressed and stuff. Okay. Another thing is you need to understand that trouble don't last always. So you can't just believe like every time you turn around something's bad's gonna happen, or it's like always go wrong, so you expect wrong. You can't do that, because you will manifest that, and you don't want to manifest that when you're trying to reach certain goals. Okay. Another thing is focus on what's going right. So we tend to focus on what's going wrong, and we don't even acknowledge what's going right. And you really need to pay attention to that, because it's like a lot of things are gonna keep going wrong if you keep paying attention to wrong. That's all I'm saying. So pay attention to what's going right, but whatever that's going wrong, find a solution. Don't dwell on what's going wrong. That's what I'm basically saying. Um, Another thing is you need to acknowledge the small wins also, because like it's a small one, you got a big one. It could be a big goal that you're trying to go, but you got some small goals, because we all have small goals and big goals. So it's like when you win small goals, it's like, oh yeah, I just won this small goal. Da, da, da. But when it's a big win, or a big goal, it's like, oh, I got a big goal. Da, da, da. You hype about it, loud about it, proud about it. You need to have the same energy when it's a small win as well, because that's big too. It's big to God, so you need to show gratitude, all that, and be grateful for the small wins. So yeah, don't be too in your head and stuff like that, because you just not done getting to the big goals. It's on God's time, okay? I'm gonna keep saying it, because it's laying on my heart. And another thing is take it one at a time. So what bothers me most now today is that I'm proud of people that be grinding. They be grinding hard, they be getting to their bag, their goals, what they love to do. But what I notice is that some people be burning themselves out trying to be successful, and people don't understand that's not good. That is very detrimental. You're not getting rest and stuff like that. You need to take care of that. You need to get the right rest, all those type of things when you're trying to be successful, because you could literally be doing something you love right now, but you're starting to outgrow it, because of simple fact you're getting tired, because you're exhausted, you're not taking breaks, you're burning yourself out because you keep trying to do this and do that. But I promise to you, if you really take breaks like it's supposed to, mental breaks like I do, because I started doing this too, and it helps me a lot. When you do that, you be able to stay consistent, stuff like that. Because consistency is not like you're always doing something every day. You don't. That's not consistency. Consistency is like you could do something for a good moment, and then like you do a little bit one day, and then a little bit the next day, and then do more and stuff like that. As long as you're being productive somehow, like doing like you can do a little bit, and you do this much. But that's consistency, because you're still doing it, but not as much. Like you're not taking up your time throughout your life or your day. Let's say that, trying to reach whatever you're trying to get to. Because yeah, that's very detrimental, and you're gonna be more so procrastinated or getting tired of what you do. And when you do take these mental breaks, you love what you do, because you're actually taking rest. I understand you love what you do, but you should not be burning yourself out whatsoever. Because I used to do that too. I burn myself out. Sometimes I need to lay down, relax. I take long breaks, and I be thankful because my supporters on my TikTok, when I come back, they still be there, and I'm very grateful of that. So that's what allows me to really like able to do that. Another thing is be adaptable to change. So you need to be adaptable to change, because we all fear change. We used to the norm, and we have to learn to like listen. If you want to grow, you gotta do something different. You know. So that's why overall, God, when it comes to us, needed to be emotionally stable. So now I want to talk about how to set goals. So how to set goals? One, you need to maintain a positive mindset. Because if you don't have a positive mindset, you're just gonna manifest negativity if you keep thinking negative when it comes to your goals and things like that. You should not believe like, oh, it's never gonna happen stuff. Please don't think that. Think that it's gonna happen, okay? It's gonna happen. All right. Another thing is set realistic goals. So when I say set realistic goals, like I said previously, people trying to like to put time frames in their goals. Please stop it. Please stop it. I'm just gonna say that. But I'm not trying to be sound rude. I'm just goofing off, Okay, this is how I go off. Y'all need to stop it. Okay, get it together. But because like I said, it's on God's time, really more so. And then sometimes with goals, the type of goals we said, there's like a thing. I just dropped something. It's like sometimes our things could be delusional. If it's delusional, I don't know. Understand? I don't think nobody really have a delusional goal though, because like I said, any the possible is possible. But yeah, just don't be out of reach with it, because people like to be out of reach. Um, but you could touch it. You could touch anything. You could touch the lies. The sky's the limit. Uh, Nothing is break down larger goals into smaller. So instead of trying to tack it right on, try to do a little bit of it. If it's a large goal, it may take time. Do a part of it and then come back to it again, and and then finish it off. Okay, because sometimes you do need that break when you are focused. Because there's going to be a big goal where you have to take a break from it because it's so much you got to do. And it's like a sacrifice in a sense. So you really need to take that break to come back and do it and then finish it. Another way to set your goals is maintain motivation and track progress. So you have to be able to have this for yourself. You have to get up and grind really, and make sure you're taking track and process so you know that you are getting somewhere. Because some people like to feel like they're not getting anywhere when they doing stuff, but just you doing something about it, that's progress. That's a good thing. Like you're literally working on it. And you instead of just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna just do tomorrow." No, don't do it tomorrow. Do it now. Okay. I still a little bit struggle with that a little bit. Okay, but I still get it done. But I need to learn how to just go ahead and do it. But I've been doing good lately. I'm not gonna lie. Another thing is have a positive attitude. So you being negative, that can ruin like your manifestations, especially with people around you. You got to be careful with that because people, when they're energy vampires and they're around you for the wrong things, and they see that you're trying to reach your goals and that distraction, they feed off that energy. Okay, they feed off your negativity, and like they may be negative too around you as well. So that could rub off on you the wrong way. So you have to have that positive energy. Okay. Another thing is embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and maintain an optimistic outlook even when facing difficulties. So you have to be going in strong when it comes to obstacles and things like that. Like you really have to like be like, I'm a beat this. I'm gonna beat this case. I'm gonna just say that beat that case. I'm gonna beat that case because, like I said, it doesn't happen till it happens for you. So it's an obstacle just to help you to gain wisdom and knowledge that you can carry when things like this happen or you're facing adversity. It's there to teach you, to help guide you along the path for the rest of the way. Tell you that now, because I be listening to what God be saying now. When I do look optimistic, like be positive about it. No matter what hits you, keep being positive. Nothing's adapt and adjust. So you gotta be okay with the simple fact that you're trying to set these goals. Because some you might feel guilty for doing this because some people can feel some type of way when you like achieve your goals and stuff. It's because they may not be able to do it like you did and things like that. But don't worry about that. And also when you do adapt and adjust, because it's talking about your fears too. Like you gotta get used to it now after you get over your fears and adjust and be okay with it. Um, and being the fact that you're working on your goals, you gotta just like yeah, this is something that you're heading towards. Another thing is be flexible and willing to modify your approach if needed to overcome obstacles. So when you approach obstacles, of course you can't just go in and think that like you just do whatever to get what you want. No. Don't sell yourself short trying to get through obstacles, okay? Because I know like people like to get in bad situations and then they go for help from the wrong people or doing a wrong way to get it done. It's not good. You want to do it in the most authentic way, genuine way, like seriously. Um, Another thing is reflect on progress. So you need to see where you're at right now to see if you're doing enough. Because like I said, if you really want it, when I had asked you some questions earlier of how much do you want it, you really gotta see where you gotta make up at, like get done. You really gotta get stuff done, okay? So reflect on progress, and then if you feel like you're not listening, keep going, go harder, okay? Don't dwell on it, go harder. That's what I'm gonna say. So another thing is seek support, meaning surround yourself with people that is positive, who encourage and support your efforts. So you do not want to be around people that don't celebrate you whatsoever. And that's crazy because I just cut somebody off recently because they didn't support me. They try to lie and say that they share my stuff. They didn't. They just hearted on my story. And we was talking about this before I came out with it. So it was just odd to me, like it was like this person was supporting me in secret, but publicly they didn't want to support me. Like they didn't even subscribe and that. And I'm like, cool, it's whatever. So I seen people true colors. Like I felt like people was just trying to sit at my table without getting doing anything like they're supposed to do in life and stuff like that. But I'm not here to really judge, it opened my eyes. That's what I'm gonna say. But you need to be around people that's very supportive and not against what you do and believe in you. Um, Another thing is learn from your failures. So you need to analyze setbacks and learn and as learning opportunities and use them to improve your strategy. So you had to fail. Like we all gonna fail. Yeah, I gotta understand. We're gonna fail. But just because you fail doesn't mean you stop trying. You keep going until you get there. But the thing is, it's gonna keep failing. Like I said earlier, it's gonna keep failing if you don't change the way you do things because you can't expect to try to do the same thing when it wasn't working the last time you try to use the same way. It's still not gonna work. So you really needed to switch something up, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Um Another thing is I wanted to talk about is why people make it hard for you to achieve your goals. People make it hard because they feel like you don't deserve it. And people feel like you be thinking you better than them. And that's just people because they have insecurities of their own that they need to deal with, and that's what stops them for achieving their goals. And like not really fixated on trying to attack their goals whatsoever, and they just be stuck in life. Um, that's the problem. That's why we really had to take care when it comes to our self esteem. Basically, we have to really be confident within ourselves and believe in ourselves. We really gotta do that in order to achieve a whole bunch of things, a lot of things that we can. Um, Another thing is because people like to compare themselves. That's what I notice when it comes to my connections. I notice like you don't even have to be a pretty girl, a pretty boy, none of that or stuff, or like cool and stuff like that. And your aura, like it can show you like how creative you are and stuff, a good and a genuine person you are. Like I don't know, like you're like in a sense a unicorn to people. Like you're out of this world to people. So that bothers a lot of people because it's like, what is it in them that I just don't like have? Like they know that you got something in you that they lack, and that's what bothers them. So yeah, people like to compare. Some people it's has a problem, or they try to make it hard for you is because they fear being overshadowed or left behind. So the problem is people. Some people don't like people. They don't like feeling the fact that somebody's superior than them. So they had to feel like they above people. So if they behind, they're gonna feel some type of way. So they're gonna project that onto you guys and stop y'all from your goals. Because I actually had experiences with some spiritualists that I cut off because the stuff that I'm doing now today, like my podcast, I told this person this is what I was doing, and nothing they stopped me. But all I'm gonna say is she tried to talk me out of what I was doing. There was something that she taught me I was doing that I do spiritualized, and I still did it. And guess what? I took off on TikTok. And then not only that, she was also running her mouth and stuff. I already know I'm not stupid, and I know what she's been doing, and that's for God to handle. But anyway, she just her life is catching up now today with her, and I'm so glad because I didn't really had to open my mouth, but it's crazy because she had people watching me and stuff. So, and the reason why I know this is because her friend had like something accidentally of mine one day, and she tried to hurry up and like it, but I was on her Facebook. So that already told me like, yeah, so you got her watching me, and I'm thinking in my mind, she need to ask her why she feel comfortable with you. Her getting her to watch my page, like that tells you enough, like who's really the one that's messed up in this situation. That's why I don't understand because I don't be worrying about people, but yeah, that's another thing. Um, so I would like to talk about signs that people are envious of you guys. So signs that people are envious of you guys is backhanded compliments. I look at one set my own example, but I know how to handle it well. So I'm gonna tell you also how I handle it well. So this is lady at my job. I don't understand it. I know everybody's not racist, okay? So I'm just letting y'all know that right now. But this particular lady, I could tell she was gonna be a problem. And the reason why I knew this is because when I first met her and she was there, she talked to me and like she was the type to like try to like basically tell you and let you know like, hey, I don't got a problem with black people. That's how she was coming off because she was like, oh yeah, and my granddaughter, she's black, she's mixed. She's like basically saying all this stuff like, yeah, my granddaughter's black. Like, okay, I understand that you know black people and you trying to come off as if you're not racist, but that's just giving it away. It's like a guilty conscience to me. So the reason why I'm speaking about her is because she said something slick. It was like a backhanded compliment. And she did it again recently. But I handle it with ease because, you know, I'm at my job. Got to be professional, you know? Because me personally, if she was out on that street, I don't know. But I probably would have still tried to keep my calm. You know, I tried my best. But people love my hair. I was always getting compliments, but it always got to be that one person. That one person, y'all can't tell me nothing. It really do be that one person that just be hating. So I'm gonna talk about my hair. So I always compare the hairstyles, but my natural hair been out a lot, like literally a lot. Even when it's afro stuff like that, when I go to work, especially when I wash my hair and stuff, my hair is be out. They see my natural hair. So it's time to wear protective hairstyles. So everybody love when I get my hair done, even if it's not my real hair, they still love it. But they be amazed by my natural hair even more. So that this lady that I'm telling y'all about, she come and tell me when I had my real natural hair and I dyed it. Apparently, and that's how I know people be talking about me on my job because she asked somebody, was that my real hair? Because I ended up dyeing my hair, so she didn't know if it was. And I could tell people was trying to see if it was my real hair because when I talked to my boss, she was talking to me. She kept looking at my roots to see if it was my real hair. Like, yeah, it was my real hair. Like, thank you very much. Some about that people really think it was not my real hair. But yeah, the lady asked, and she ended up coming to me and telling me how she did ask somebody, and they told her that it was my real hair. So she was like, she said it's so beautiful. She said, I love it like that. She said, I love it when you have. She's like, you need to keep it like that. She said, I love when your natural hair out. Other than that stuff, when you got the braids and stuff like that. And I'm in my mind like, okay, I only paid to the positive compliment, but I heard the slick, but I killed it with kindness. You know, you gotta like in a sense, ignore it and then say thank you. I told her thank you, and I smiled. I'm like, thank you, smile. But you know, I'm at work because the real like me, I know how spicy I can get. It turned, but I don't just do it to anybody. It's time and place, you know. And I really want to say something so bad, you know, because she tried it. She really tried it. The three, acknowledge a positive compliment before what she tried to say. Like for instance, what she told me, like try to ignore the other part. But another thing is dress insult ahead. See, so the thing was, I don't address it because I'm at my job. But if it was somebody like I say on the street, I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna let it know like I understood that was sleep, but I'm gonna do it in a very funny way because they're gonna look dumb. And basically, I just love doing that to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna just say something funny back just for that, trying to have a backhanded compliment. Sorry to clear my throat. So another sign that somebody's envious. So if you see that somebody that you're around that's supposed to be your friend and stuff like that, and you see they hardly supporting you or they supporting you private, like I told y'all about the boy, Like he was hardening it, but he didn't share none of it. And then he tried to lie to me.
Now, Peggy, I hate when people lie. Do not lie.
Because I cut him off. He wanted to ask about it. Want to lie and say that he did share it.
Ho, where you see that at, ho? Hold on. That's tea for me.
I cut him off obviously because he don't support me. And people that goes against what I do, they got sorry they gotta get off because I'm cool with us having differences and stuff like that. But you can still love me regardless of who I am, just like I would do the same for you. Just because you have different beliefs does not mean I'm not gonna be cool with you. None of that. And I'm not gonna belittle you or try to talk down on what you believe in either. And that's what was going on. So that's another reason why I had to cut him off because yeah, you have a different opinion. And I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna force my beliefs onto people, but it's the simple fact you're trying to antagonize what I do and stuff like that. That was the problem there. They was showing me that they had a problem with what I was doing. So that was another thing. And then people just don't believe me in a sense. So another thing is passive aggressive behavior. People like to be passive aggressive. I don't know why. I really don't have much to really talk about sarcasm. People like to be sarcastic, like say like y'all see my backdrop. Somebody come in here like, oh, this her little setup. Y'all hear that? Little? What you talking about? Trying to be sarcastic, like, oh, she really doing this shit. Blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, whatever. Her little pot, this type shit. That's a good example. But I need to stop being so goofy. Y'all getting to see the real funny side of me for real. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cause I was holding myself a little bit bad with my personality, but this is really me how I maybe acting. Cause it's like I really don't be like the way y'all probably think the way I be typing on what's the name and stuff like that. Y'all probably be thinking like I be really upset about stuff. I'm just a passionate person, so it's gonna feel like that when you read a text of mine and stuff like that. But really, this is how I be like chilling and not even laughing about stuff. Like it's just funny. It's just life. But yeah, sarcastic. You need to watch out for people trying to be sarcastic, or they try to say like something slick, like basically, oh, you really think you're gonna da 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 when it comes to you goes and this is like they're just joking or something like that. Or they try to hide the fact what they really trying to say to you, basically. I don't know why they take that moment of silence. But another thing is competitiveness and one up on you. So if people like to compete, you gotta be careful when they're trying to compete. And I'm gonna tell this story because I just literally cut somebody else, but this is something I always deal with people, and that's why they get cut off. They try to have one up on me like I don't know, y'all. I'm spiritually gifted. I have discernment. I know when people it's not for me and stuff. And I do play naive. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Hey,
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
I be knowing what y'all be trying to do, and I be always 10 steps ahead, and it be so funny. But the reason why I say this because I'm gonna talk about the story of the person that busy because that's what's happening. So boom, and every time I know she feels some type of way, it's crazy. It's kind of sad knowing that people feel this type of way towards you, but you got to cut them off because that's not right. You're not really a true friend and stuff like that. Um, so I had her come to me with something, and it was a business opportunity we was doing, and I put her on because I knew she had lip gloss, but she wasn't really like consistent. But I wanted to put her on because I knew she was into it. I just wanted to help somebody. So the plan was to she wanted to do the photo shoot. She wanted me to be in it. Cool, that's whatever. So being the fact that she wanted me to be in it, I'm like, dang, well, I needed might as well. I'm just that type of person. She didn't even ask or tell me. I just did it. I'm the type of person. If I know I was gonna be in a photo shoot, then I need to paint my part because I'm gonna be in it. And I was gonna finna make her do it because I knew she had like school. She had to pay her school and stuff, her fees and stuff, whatever she was doing. So I did that. So here comes the photo shoot for her website. And I really think it's because during that time when I was at the photo shoot, like people was literally praising me and stuff, or like I was getting like some type of attention, basically, when I did it. And she was there to see that. And then even her friends was gassing me up in her group chat and stuff. Like I'm not gonna tell y'all what they said because it's not really like appropriate to talk about for the ones that may watch me that's older. But they were really gassing me up. And like mind you, these are girls that like girls defense industry. Like what? They're going crazy about me. But And they was even telling her to let me know and stuff like that. It was crazy. So we took pictures, and I found out she Loki still was dealing with insecurity and stuff like that. And that's the reason why I had to drop her, because I built my confidence up. And I can't be around stuff like that. You can't bring me down. And then I get tired of always pouring into people, like speaking positive within them when they be negative, because I was that friend. I'm still am that type of person. It's just I'll do that for people, made them feel better, but then they try to shit on me and stuff and make me feel bad about myself. That happened a lot when it came to relationships and everything. Being I pour to y'all, but I ain't shit now. After I made y'all feel like y'all some shit. So basically we took pictures. Boom, the pictures was fire. Me and her together. Um we got the pictures from a girl. She felt like the girl was more fixated on me when she took pictures, and I didn't agree, because I really felt she really got both our shots good. Well, like that it was perfect. But when she looked at the other photographer that did ours, which was a male, she said she liked those better. But when I saw it, the pictures was good. It's just like for both of us in general, because I was thinking of both of us when I looked at our pictures, because we picked like, because we had a certain amount we could pick from. So I picked like I think either 4 or 5 of ours and 5 of mine, and then she got to pick her own, what she like, because I'm not gonna try to choose somebody's picture if that's not what they like, you know. So I put my own, and then the one that we did together. So why this girl? Oh yeah, she was talking about, yeah, she was insecure about that. But why this girl? She go to post to promote her lip gloss line. Why this girl only post herself? Like I never did a photo shoot with her. Mind you, and I paid for this photo shoot. I went half with her. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, so what was the point of me being in a photo shoot in the first place if you was not gonna post me when you wanted me to be in it for your thing, for your website? So you left me out of it purposely. And then I paid you. I should just stayed out of it for all that, and would have had my money. Like that was just weird to me, and that's what made me realize like she really got a problem with me and really like jealous. And so I'm like, cool, it's whatever. Like
You can't make everybody happy. We don't try to. We just try to touch and affect lives. And I think we have. We're always going to have haters. So here's to all my haters.
bet I peeped that. Then as we started being friends, I think I had owed her because she did like patterns or something like that, and I didn't get to buy one, so I decided to take her out to eat, because I took her somewhere she wanted to eat, because we were supposed to go out to eat, but I was like, I'm gonna take her out there and not pay for it since I didn't do it. When we did that, we smoked stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you, in the midst of us like texting when we were supposed to do business, I could tell as soon as she got that opportunity, she started acting funny. My intuition just be nudging at me. But that first time I sat down with the guy that we was going to do business with, when we left, when we went on our ride outside, she was like acting like brand new. Like, girl, please. Like, I'm in my mind, like, she already switching up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I literally said she's already switching up. It literally just started. That's why I need to listen like to my intuition more right away, because I should have had knew then, but I already knew. So that's when she started acting funny. She got into this relationship, cool, boom. I ain't mad about the relationship. That's you, baby. Uh, what I was about to say? We would talk about things like our goals and stuff like that. Like, and I'll tell her what I want to do. So, like, the problem with me was we had these plans. Oh, I had the opportunity to do modeling. That was another thing. Whew, let's talk about that. Cause I felt like I knew she kind of felt some type of way that I got the opportunity, because she was posting about modeling and stuff like that, like as if it was something she loved doing. But me personally, I was just doing it. That's it. So I ended up getting an opportunity, but she didn't get it. So I really did feel some way that I did get an opportunity, and I wanted to tell her, but I felt like she was going for something way, because I'm not the type of person that brags like to people. But I told her because I wanted her to support me. So I told her that I got the opportunity, and she was happy for me and stuff like that. But I knew it bothered her a little bit, because like basically like why not her? So I wanted her to come support me. Guess what? She didn't do that. She had an excuse to why, but I bet she was with that girlfriend of hers. But that's what's crazy about it. That's what really stuck out to me. So she had something that she had to do, and she wanted me to support. Me personally, I was, but at the same time, something did came up when she asked me to go. But it was a good thing, like, cause I'd be the type that like I'm not gonna be people pleasing no more, cause I used to be one. I was going to support her, but something ended up happening or something like that. But no, I couldn't go because I had to babysit. So I told her no, I wasn't going. And then when I thought about it, when I realized I wasn't able to, I was like, well, I don't really feel bad because she didn't come when I needed her to come and support me. So I really didn't care. Um, then we would talk about stuff. Like I would tell her my creative ideas, and that's when I knew to keep stuff to myself. I told her things that I want to do, and she'll tell me that she said she want to do something else. When I tell her my ideas, she tries to switch it up and try to do what I do. That's what she was doing.
Rest in peace to the chicks that's dying to be me.
That opened my eyes. Um, then when it came to traveling, like she had her birthday. She's talking about traveling with her friends. But I'm like, dang, she invited me. I guess I'm not her friend. Shit, she invited me because she told me my friends is playing because they're not going. And I had plans to go to Colorado, but I changed it to NOLA because my sister wanted to go to NOLA, and I didn't want her to go by herself. So I just said I'll do that, and I'll just go Colorado in spring, which I'm about to soon. I hit the airport again. Um, so I even invited her. She want to come and stuff like that, but of course it was excuses. She ain't got no money and all that stuff. That was another thing. Like we trying to get business stuff done. She ain't got no money. It's like, dang, bro. Just get tired when people just make excuses and stuff like that. And you getting stuff done for you making investments and they're holding you back type shit. But that was another thing. Like she was also going through certain things, and it's like I didn't want her holding me back. Like I felt like she said she's gonna do things that's not happening. I can't be around energy like that. Like you're lacking and stuff, and you really don't care. You're not really serious about it. So that's another reason why I ended up cutting her off because it's like we're not in the same alignment. It's no bad blood, but it's also you felt some type of way on top of that. So I couldn't have you around because you be the type to snake me and try to take my spot and stuff like that. And as if I copied you or something like that. And that never happened. It never happened. And what's crazy is she did something weird. And that's what also opened up my eyes because I told her before we went to go see the dude that I told her in person. I didn't text her because we was on the phone or something like that. I told her, or I think it was in person because he was talking about business. Can't remember though, but I know I told her I want to do a podcast. And this weirdo gonna come there and write in her notes saying, "Oh, I wanted to do a podcast too." And it was crazy as when she mentioned it, the way I heard her tone. Now I'm thinking about it, like, cause I'm telling you, I have discernment stuff, and I'm thinking about this, like, and it's quiet in here and stuff, and I'm thinking something that's told me the way she said it, that was a sign that she was trying to take what I was doing. Cause that's why when I was sitting in the chair, I don't think the dude saw me, but the way I was looking at her, like a little bit to the side, like, cause she know I told her this shit, and then you would have pop up and say, and then try to show proof, like you trying to be one up on me, trying to make it seem like you had this idea before me. And hers is about relationship. But I didn't want to talk about none of that. I didn't want to talk about none of that. Like I was gonna talk about it in general anyway in my podcast. But I'm like, bro, be for real. And then it's like I don't know, it's just too much going on. And then she was trying to do what I was doing. I didn't understand it. But yeah, this is how I found out that she was envious of me and was basically competing with me. That was real crazy though. Well, that's a true story. And then there's other people that try to compete with me too as well. That's not my friends no more. Um, and like I said, you can still be pretty, and that pretty girl or y'all can still hate on somebody just because they or how they carry themselves. People be mad about how you carry yourself and stuff like that. You be pretty and carry yourself right and stuff like that. And even if you're not, and you still carry yourself and get things done in life and stuff like that, they still got a problem. Still got a problem with y'all, okay? They really do. They need to really fix that. But it's a them problem, not a you problem. That's what I'm gonna say. So another sign is people trying to sabotage opportunities for you. So they try to create fears and negativity beliefs and self and like try to criticize you guys. So how they sabotage you is, for instance, I'm gonna tell another story. But where people say, "Oh, you shouldn't do this. You should." Don't listen to nobody. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't and can do in life. You can do anything you want to put your mind into. Okay, and believe in yourself. Okay, but and then they try to be negative when it comes to reaching goals. Like they feel like it's not realistic and stuff like that, but it is realistic. Or they try to like see you as like an eyeball or weird or something like that for going after that because they don't. They try to make you feel like um you shouldn't, or they just don't believe in you. They make you feel like that. So I would say I start with somebody trying to sabotage my opportunities. Um, Basically, this girl, I already told you about this girl. Oh, well, I already done tell y'all. She wanted me not to go towards it, but she told me also use it as a stepping stool, and I did that. And she still had a problem with me doing it as a stepping stool. So that's what was funny, because it's like, now you're mad at me because it's successful now, and now she's upset. But it is what it is, honestly. But the reason why I'm talking about this overall podcast is because you really have to have perseverance when it comes to knocking out your goals. You really do. You got to be very determined. You can't just give up. God didn't send you here to be a quitter or to give up, especially when you need to walk into your purpose. He gave you strength to overcome anything. And if you feel like you're weak, go to God, talk to Him, pray to Him, literally ask Him for the strength, all this type of things. And He's gonna give it to you, and He's gonna test you, because He's not just gonna give it right away to you. He's gonna give you that opportunity to learn strength. Boom. That's what I'm saying. Cause I got that from that movie with Tracy Morgan, and I recently read that. And that's probably why I watched it recently, because it was connected to this. But overall, this is what I got for the podcast. I really hope y'all enjoyed this one. And if you need any advice or have any concerns or questions, you can email me at the Mr. Vale 2000 gmail.com, I believe. Yes. And also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I really hope that helped you guys. And you guys have a beautiful day. And I'm glad that y'all got to see another side of me, when it comes to personality. Y'all have a good day. I feel it coming. Tell me that yes. I try to give you, and I need some lessons. I need to get